Hello and welcome. My name is Den Lennie and welcome to this tutorial about the Canon 5D Mark III. But just before we get on to that, let me tell you a bit about me if you don't know who I am already. I'm a lighting cameraman and cinematographer and educator. I've been doing this since 1996 and I started my career in broadcast television as a sound recordist and editor, moving up to be a cameraman after a sort of 3-year apprenticeship. I've worked with the BBC, for Reuters. I've worked all over the world working across a whole range of broadcast television cameras. Now in 2009, when the DSLR world exploded, when Canon put video into this camera, the Canon 5D Mark II, well that kind of changed my life, and I'm sure it changed the life of a great number of people as well. Because suddenly we could have a very large sensor in a very small camera. And that meant we could go out as filmmakers and photographers and suddenly shoot video with great control of depth of field, but in a very small form factor. And in many cases, people didn't even know we were filming. So to be able to film covertly with a small camcorder was something that was just incredible. Now in 2012, we're now looking at this camera here, the Canon 5D Mark III. But just before we go on into this tutorial, which is really designed to help you get up and running quickly shooting video on the Canon 5D Mark III, I just want to make it clear that Canon are in no way involved in this production. We bought this camera. We don't have Canon with a hand up our back telling us to say things about the camera. So we're going to be very honest about our assumptions of this camera and our dealings with this camera. But the purpose of this tutorial is not to give you lots of my opinions, because they're only really relevant to me. I'm going to guide you down a track of how to get up and running quickly to shoot video and how to get the best video out of this camera, so you can then do what you're good at, which of course is filming and taking great pictures. But we're going to focus primarily on video here, so let's get started.